We're here at NAMM, Anaheim 23, and we are looking at the most fascinating guitar I've seen here on the upper floor. But and I'm with my friend Jeff Klopmeyer, one of the artists, interviewers here at ESP Guitars. Can you tell me about these instruments? They're so amazing.
I sure can. Katie, every year, the luthiers at the ESP custom shop in Japan, these guys are master luthiers. Most of them have been doing this for decades. They create a custom series of guitars that we call the Exhibition Limited series. And these are the guitars that they make purely out of their own imagination. They're not anything that other people order. They just come straight from their highest level of creativity. And what they do is they only make one each of these guitars. The ones that we're looking at behind us are very, very special. As you can tell, they're fully carved works of art, okay?
This certainly is.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And it took one of these luthiers a full year just to make these two guitar models that we have here. But I'd say the results are worthwhile. These represent two demons in Japanese mythology, and really it's a situation where somebody's going to buy these guitars that really represent as much of a work of art to hang and to look at. And of course, there's not another one like either one of them in the world, just one. And so for somebody who's a serious collector, that would be a kind of guitar that they'd be looking at.
Definitely. You said it's a Japanese demon. So, and I think that for ESP guitars, that's a really special design, because when the company was first founded, was it actually founded in Japan?
Oh yes, very much, and it's still, ESP is actually based in Japan, even though we have our U.S. headquarters here in the Los Angeles area up in North Hollywood. ESP is a Japanese company, but we're also very much a global company at this point. We have our LTD models, which go around the world, our ESP guitars from the custom shop in Japan, our ESP USA guitars that we build here in Southern California. So we're very much of a global company and make guitars at all those different levels, from a beginner through a professional player through a person who might buy this who's a serious collector. So yes.
And that goes for the price range as well. We're looking at affordable everyday prices, and we're looking at these collector's items, which are like works of art.
Tens of thousands of dollars on a guitar like this. But again, most of the guitars that we end up selling that are used for people who are out doing gigs and making their own records and that type of stuff, for a very reasonable price, they can get a guitar that performs on a pretty much high percentage basis, just like the high-end ones, and sound great and feel great. So we're happy to be able to serve people, beginners and hobbyist people, through professionals, through the highest end of musicians in the world. Yeah,
absolutely. And did you say what type of material that is?
What they use for these, and I actually can't say, but they use very exotic woods oftentimes. These are things that they'll have to search around the world just to find the right wood to go to be made into this type of guitar. So unlike most guitars, this type of thing has to be able to be carved in a very, very detailed way. So the artisanship on this, again, it's much more akin to making a sculpture, a work of art that just happens to also be in the shape of a guitar, So they use all manner of exotic woods, and woods that go into something like this you would never find in another guitar anywhere else in this entire NAMM show.
I like the eyes on it.
So do I.
They're sort of glimmering, glinting gold.
They sure are. They sure are. But even little things like the actual guitar hardware on this, those are all handcrafted at the ESP custom shop in Japan. So they're fully one of a kind, every little piece about it. From the covers of the pickups, knobs, the tuning pegs, everything is completely unique.
Completely top quality.
Yeah, absolutely. It really doesn't get any better.
Very